thing else. And I'll show you again that reaction that this has to those different things. This is what we were just seeing in that carpet as I spray this in here. Just give it a few seconds and there you go. So it's going to eliminate that stain.
So it's instant and it's long term. And I don't care if it's marker, if it's blood, if it's spaghetti sauce, if it's wine, if it's salsa, if it's just built up messes. But as Peter said, it's not just instant and long term, it's also the odor. So if it's a little pet poodle piddle, I mean, little pet poo-poo, pet pee-pee. I mean,
you've met Oliver, a young boy at home.
Yes, exactly.
I do like Oliver. He's wonderful. He's a golden doodle. I think we got extra doodle.
You got extra doodle?
Too much doodle.
Too much doodle.
He's a crazy guy, but he's pretty nice. But it really is amazing for things like that. So if we start with kids and we go to pets, you're talking about a lot of stains. I just know that you're gonna love it because they can be super stressful. Like all of a sudden a spill happens, a stain happens, you're running out of the house, you're getting to work, your kids to school, it's crazy. But if you know that you're going under the sink or you're gonna go into that hall closet and you're gonna be able to grab the InstaClean and take care of it and walk out that door, it's not gonna take you 5 minutes to take care of that mess.
It won't. So you've got kind of like a little torture track here.
Yeah, these are all different kinds of colors. There's markers and I don't know, juice,
but in your fabric, on your upholstery, around the neckline where you have the makeup, we've all spilled something somewhere. And this means not having to panic because not only is it instant, it is long term, it takes care of the odor, it goes to the source, even to the places where you don't see the mess. That's why we love using that carpet as an example, because as Peter indicated, sometimes there's that little, pet poodle, piddle mess, and then it starts to smell, or you start to see it come back a couple of days later. This gets to the source, it gets it done, it has a nice fresh scent to it as well. And no kidding, whether it's hair dye or heavy fragrances or makeup, I mean, all of those things that we're getting on our clothes and on our furniture.
Exactly, and it's amazing. Now, I wanted to let everyone know you can expand this and use this on so many other things. Suzanne had so many, Suzanne's, she's obsessed with this.
She is a little obsessed.
She told us that it's the only product in her 15 years here that she's on auto ship. And so she loves it. But because when you get it home, you're gonna discover, okay, the carpet messes, maybe the mess on the upholstery in the car or the sofa, great, it works on those. But I took it, we have these really, new hurricane-proof, beautiful French doors out back. And outside they were just so dirty. I'm like, what am I gonna use on those? I grabbed the InstaClean, sprayed those, and then I did end up just wiping them clean. It was unbelievable what it did. So then I went to the front door, which is painted wooden front door. It looked like it needed to be repainted. I sprayed it and sprayed it, left it, came back, wiped it. Debbie, my wife Debbie said, did you paint the front door? Which I did not paint the front door. But it looked amazing. So you're gonna find more and more things that this is going to work for you. Suzanne's using it in the bathroom. She's using it everywhere because she's convinced everywhere, under the sink and in the kitchen. She's using it in the laundry room. Again, as a pre-treater, it's amazing, but you're gonna find so many different things that this is gonna work perfectly
You will, of course, it works hand in hand with our Nellie's Today's Special. If you were trying to get through, remember, you will see that at 9 and then the last airing at 11 o'clock. But for someone who cooks as much as I do, yes, in your kitchen, yes, in your laundry, but in your shower, in your bath, on your tile, on your glass, on your grout?
Exactly. Using it in the grout and around those tiles where it's kind of not only just the grout, but the mold and mildew that gets in there, I think spraying it, you leave it, you maybe come back and wipe it. Suzanne was on board with this. Many times I'm spraying it places. She was talking about like on her sneakers and things, her white sneakers that she loves, that you're not even wiping it, you're spraying it on there, leave it, and you come back. I told her a story that I had cut my leg, I walk in, our entire house is just snow-blind white. Everything's white. My wife, Debbie, she's great.
Beautiful.
But I sit down on the sofa and I have blood on my leg. It's now on the sofa. I run and get the InstaClean, I spray it. I'm like running back to get a paper towel and to come back and, and start my prayers that I didn't ruin the sofa. And it's gone. It's gone that quickly that you'll be amazed. So you don't have to stress out knowing Debbie's not gonna be happy that there's a blood stain on the sofa. So for the kids and the husbands out there, this is what you need.
Get out of the doghouse. So remember, you are getting the 32-ounce bottle that Peter is demonstrating, but then you also get that jug, that 128-ounce refill. And no kidding, you need to have this at the ready. It's kind of like death and taxes. Messes are gonna happen. Spills are gonna happen. Stains are gonna happen. And whenever they happen, whether they're old or new, the messes don't come back instantaneously, and it also gets rid of the odor as well. Because sometimes it's not just the stain, it's like the smell that it
Well,
leaves
you
behind.
you've gotten that stain up, it's gone.
Sure.
And you're like, why does it smell so bad in this room or this area of the room or the carpet? It's because that odor is there. This is going to do such a great job on that. So let's go, I'll go out on a larger carpet. So these are the ones
Sounds
we were
good.
showing you on the table.
Perfect.
But, you know, here's just one, maybe the holidays, something like that. There's a wine stain, the wine spills. And again, that could be something where it just causes a lot of panic and then maybe your guests feel awful. You're gonna grab the InstaClean and it is going to do such an amazing job with that stain. Permanent and instant.
Peter, like you said, you're not even using a brush. I mean, you're not even touching it.
I wouldn't, if this was at home, I wouldn't do anything. I would leave that.
That is crazy.
It really is amazing. Even things, oh, here's a great one. This could be Ollie's, his little bed, and it just gets all that sort of grunge on there.
Ollie is Peter's dog, not his son.
No.
Just for the record.
No. Harry's doing a little better in these areas. But look at that. Yeah, Harry's my son, but he's 14 now. He's doing okay. And again, you can see those areas where you can just spray and it's gone. And it really is amazing. You are gonna love it. When you discover those different stains that it works so well on and you're never worried about them again, here's something on the upholstery. What I'm gonna do on the upholstery is I'm gonna move that over to spray. I've kind of had it on stream. What I like to do here is you almost try to spray as little as possible on something like this. But you can watch that area and you see it start to disappear. And then, you know, there's a little bit wider here. Let me see what it'll do there. Same thing, you're just spraying a little bit and look at how it just starts to disappear. If it's a set-in stain that's been there for a long time, again, you're gonna spray it and then go away. Come back, it'll start to be gone, but maybe it's going to need a little bit more. Like I'm seeing most of that go away, but there's a little bit there, and I'm just gonna spray it again. And by the end of this presentation, this will all be completely gone, and it will look perfect. So just imagine how great you're gonna feel using this at home.
And I can promise you, you're watching this show, you've got something somewhere in your house, or an article of clothing, a uniform, a tennis shoe, an apron, whatever it might be, there's a stain there. And you're saying, well, if you're like me, Peter, I have learned whenever I buy a white t-shirt now, I buy at least 2 of them because I know I'm probably gonna ruin one within the first week. Because I know, right? It's like, you know, if you wear white, you're gonna end up spilling something on it. So now you have this at the ready. Old stains, new stains, gets them instantly, but then it also gets them long term. It also gets the odor as well. So if we're talking about a pet, you know, urine or feces or something like that, they don't go back to that spot.
Exactly, it's down into that carpet. You don't have to worry about spraying and wondering, oh, am I spraying too much? Spray enough to make sure that it gets down into that stain and it does the job and it gets rid of that odor. So whatever it is, muddy footprints, you saw that muddy boot print I was able to do. And you can see that, it's foaming up, but remember, we're not covering that because you can see that foam's gonna go away and that stain is completely gone.
Because
it really is amazing.
Nail brush, I mean, most of these stains, you're not doing any agitation.
No.